An analysis by UVA Center for Politics showed the proposed 6th district may not as much of a layup in midterms as Democrats hope. The center looked at redistricting referendum results by current congressional map lines and compared that to the new lines. The map that passed is projected to send 10 Democrats and 1 Republican to Congress in November. But in the proposed 6th district, the no vote actually won.
I think Democrats could probably get their 10-1 delegation this year, but if 2028 or 2030, when these lines would still be in place, if those are more Republican-leaning years, then this is a district that could be, from the Democratic side, look a little dicier.
The state Supreme Court is still deliberating if the new maps can go into effect.